Hey there, YTPC, New Jersey Piper Ben here. Having some Drucker and Sons Levant mixture. My Castello 55. Look at it! Got the flame on the one side and then the nice bird's eye on that side. Love this pipe. And the Levant mixture is the sort of the heavy hitter English in that line of tobaccos. So a decent bit of Latakia, along with Virginias and Orientals. It's a good blend, no nonsense, like no detectable sweetness at all. It's kind of cloudy, but it's a pretty nice evening. It's warmish, but kind of hinting towards the cooler side, actually. I think it's supposed to get into the 60s tonight, which will be nice. Made me want to wake up in the middle of the night and go run around the yard naked. Excited. I was watching Over a Pipes live stream last night, and I won the second place in the logo contest. So that was pretty cool. So I'm going to be getting half of an ounce of Penzance, which I've never had before. I've actually never had any Esoterica blend before. But I did hear about the drop and snagged some tins from Country Squire of all places. I checked, I was too late to get in on anything Smoking Pipes had, or honestly any other site I searched. I searched them, Tobacco Pipes, Watch City, a couple other ones. There's another one I can't remember, but yeah, but Country Squire actually sent out an email for their 50th anniversary, and like kind of buried down in the email, they were kind of had like a little like shh, like quiet face emoji guy. It was like, don't tell anybody, but we've got some Esotericas on the site. So I ran over there pretty quick and got a couple of tins of, I'm pretty sure I got the last 2 tins of Margate, the last tin of Dorchester, and the last tin of Dunbar, because I was trying to add more than 1 tin, but they wouldn't. But I couldn't. And then when I refreshed the site, they were sold out completely. So caught the tail end of that one. So I'll be trying my first Esoterica blends ever. I haven't really actively tried to get a hold of those, honestly. I know they're good. I'm sure the consensus is not misleading, but I always thought it was kind of silly that they, I don't know if it's, I don't want to be conspiratorial, but you know, you kind of wonder if they're intentionally limiting the supply so that they can you know, boost the market price, or if for whatever reason the supply is justified. I don't know. Based on actual constraints, you know, manufacturing capability, labor, material supply, you know, I don't know. I mean, that could be legitimate with tobaccos, considering, what particular ingredients they're using. I imagine maybe there's some stuff that's going to be in limited supply. COVID could be playing a role in that too. Just the ripple effects of that delaying things. So who knows? But it's never really been something I've actively following and just trying to and chomping at the bit to get a hold of. But yeah. But nevertheless, I'm excited to try. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to make a video about, but just asking a legit serious question. Is there anything better than coffee? And again, that's not a rhetorical question. I'm serious. What's better than coffee? Somewhat of a journey, Probably started drinking it. I don't think I drank it in high school. I was definitely drinking it in college. I guess the normal scenario would be either making it at home or getting it at like a gas station or something like that. And back then you could get coffee from a gas station for $1.15 for a cup. It was pretty cheap. It was priced, same as like a soft drink or something you would get out of the little dispensers there. And then all of a sudden Starbucks happened. Now granted, pretty sure Dunkin' Donuts was around way back then, but they were mainly concerned with donuts. You didn't go to Dunkin' Donuts to get coffee. Now that's obviously flipped, and their primary source of revenue is beverages now, I would imagine. And they're trying to do more like prepared foods and things like that, hot foods, along with their donuts, which, let's be honest, the quality of a Dunkin' Donuts donut has been going downhill consistently for a very long time now. But tis the way of the world, i.e. tis the way of capitalism. But that's a video for another day. But yeah, it's just kind of an interesting thing happened when people started paying $2 and $3 for a cup of coffee. Imagine the profit margin on that. And I was guilty of it even as a broke-ass college kid. We had a new Bilo supermarket that they built in town in Clemson. And they put a Starbucks in the Bilo. And that was my first exposure to a Starbucks. I have to admit, growing up drinking, basic ass drip coffee and coffee from gas stations and things like that, and you have Starbucks for the first time, it is, it's an experience, especially when you get one of the fancy drinks like a mocha or something like that, that has all the, loads of sugar and espresso and things like that. It's nice, it's nice to do stuff like that. But I kind of went down that path and tried all the fancy expensive stuff, and then I kind of eventually over time took a step back, and I just really just want a regular cup of coffee. And back then I was kind of like all about the dark blends and the robust blends and those types of roasts. But now I'm just like Colombian. 100% Colombian is like super safe, and it's super safe because you get like a nice rich flavor, but it's not like crazy, and it's not beating you over the head, and it's easy going, easy on the digestive system, stuff like that. So tends to be my go-to now. It's just 100% Colombian and I'm good. You just got to figure out the ratio of, coffee grounds to water, and to hit that right sort of spot. I can eyeball it these days, but yeah. Yeah, I just love coffee. I mean, I don't know who in the world figured out to gather these beans, roast them, grind them up, and pour boiling water over them until it made a drink. Yeah, I need to, that's what I need to look up tonight. That's what I'm going to devote my night to, is figuring out who in the hell figured that out for the first time. And I hope to God there's a statue or a monument to that person somewhere, wherever the hell it is on earth, because kudos to that individual. I mean, come on. The simple joy of a nice flavorful sip of coffee, especially on like a Saturday morning when you don't have to work, and you're not worried about anything, and you can kind of take a breath and enjoy that moment. Hence the question, what's better than coffee? Seriously, what's better? And some people's like, oh, alcohol's better, beer is better, liquor's better. Yeah, it's not my bag. I get it, but I literally to this day, I just don't spend my own money on alcohol ever. Somebody else is buying, business trip, whatever, I might partake a little bit, but it's weird. It's never really been something I've been drawn to. I think I just like having control of my faculties a little bit too much. When I'm not in control of my faculties, it's not pleasurable for me. And, the whole getting sick, hangovers, who needs that, right? I don't know. But I get there's other reasons too. So, in appreciation of coffee, I tip my pipe. Okay, you guys take care. Be excellent to each other.